Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a kit from StationStickers, which is currently closed right now. This kit was called July 4th, but I'm going to be using it for this week to celebrate Juneteenth. Starting off with the bottom washi, I'm just using the washi that's provided in the kit, and I made sure this time to use the right side on the right side. The kit was showing the bottom lines were showing a little bit on the kit, but I didn't mind too much, so I just left it. I really love how she spreads this foil within her kit. If you see on the bottom washi, there's some stars that are in the design of the bottom washi, but the actual foil throughout the kit is spread out very evenly and really pretty. The spots that are on the bottom foil are really nice as well. I'm a sucker for when kits have silver foil on it already so that I don't have to add extra of my own, so I really appreciated that there was so much silver foil on the bottom washi to blend it in with the rest of the kit. Next, as you saw, I'm moving on to the glitter headers. They provide some into the kit, so I just used the blue and some shades, both of the shades of the blue and then the light pink. The red glitter header I end up using later on in the sidebar. I'm trying to be better with my spending, so for the future of my planning, I'm trying to reduce the amount of foil that I'm using as well as the amount of scripts that I use for handwriting. Just to save some money, and for things that I can do on my own, I really don't want to waste any more money. So I didn't use any glitter or foil overlays on top of these headers. I just kind of left them on their own. The full boxes have glitter on or foil on them, so I really liked how it turned out anyway. And there's a lot of foil throughout the whole spread, so I really liked how that turned out. I'm trying to use up the rest of my silver foil items in general, and just trying to use whatever I have in my kit, in my stash, unless I really need something or really want something. I've been trying to be smarter about when I spend money on stickers, especially because I have so many at home already. I'm just trying to be more thoughtful about the future of my planning. Next, I'm moving on to my full boxes. There's 9 to choose from, and I think I end up using all of them on the spread. I decided to use this one on the corner, and I really wanted to use a quote overlay on top of it, but I realized that I didn't have any. So I just left it as it is, but there is still some silver foil in the full box, so I really like how it turned out anyway. And because the colors on that one kind of match the bottom washi, I think it kind of balances it off pretty well. For this weekend, I decided to use this kind of backyard or patio kind of double full boxes, just to put at the corners. And then I spread the other ones just kind of randomly throughout. Since there were so many of the backdrops of blue, I decided to choose those carefully to place separately from each other so that they're not too close from each other, as well as the tan backgrounds. I've said this before and I'll say it again, but I really love how StationStickers formats her kits. I love how the foil is spread out, as well as how she uses the art in the kits. I don't think I usually see a lot of kits that uses the same kind of art that she does. Either that, or I don't see them formatting it the way she does, which is pretty simple, but the silver foil or the foils that she uses kind of adds an extra something within the kit itself. So I'm gonna really miss her shop, like I said before, but I still have 2 other kits from her, I believe, that I'm probably gonna hoard for a little bit longer, just so I can kind of space them out to when I use them. These extenders are going to be coming up in an upcoming haul that I have, but they are from Sticky Essentials, and I was looking over my weekly plans and I saw that Thursday was one of the days where I kind of had a lot of stuff that I needed to fill out, so I just added this extender as well as the full box on top of it, just so I can have an extra full box where I can write my plans. And if you saw, I put my glitter headers at the top and the bottom at first, and then I put my full boxes before putting down the glitter header for the middle row right here. So I'm finishing off it with the other shade of light blue that I have. Moving on to the date headers, she does include some in the kit, so I just used them. I whited out all the dates at the top, and then I just used the ones that were the date covers that were provided, and looked in my stash to see where I could have some date covers, date dots I mean, to put with the kit. And I ended up finding some from StationStickers that are some hearts that are silver foiled. So I just added those to the kit to add some more foil with the date cover that are provided. Moving on to the weekly spread, or the weekly habits I mean, I'm starting on my sidebar, and since my spreads are looking a little thinner because I'm on summer vacation right now, I decided to do 2 weekly habits of my dog's medicine as well as me time for my skincare. So I just added those habit trackers on the side, and for my working out I did that within the daily plans. After that, I just usually do my weekly schedule to show all the different meals that I have. And like I said before, I used the extra glitter header that was provided to separate the separate pieces from each other, so that there's some more white space in between each of the different items that are on the sidebar. I fill the sidebar out for the rest of the week at the end later on, so right now I'm just going to be showing where the weekend banner is going to be going. Since there was some space between the full boxes and the bottom washi, I just decided to put it in that space there just so it kind of looks like it blends together, and I really like how it turned out. Moving on to my weekly spread now. I was counting down the days that I had left of school, so as you can see here, I'm just using the hexagons that were provided in the kit, and I'm pairing it with this Magic Prince Co. book bag just to mark that there was 3 more days on Monday, and I'll be doing that for the rest of Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, which was the last day that we had remote learning. I'm going to be doing the same thing with the hexagon, where I used the hexagon in the book bag for those days as well. Since Thursday was the last day of school, our school actually did a parade, a kind of goodbye parade, and there were time slots for each grade level. And I went to the school parade, and some of my kids were able to show up, which was really nice to see them physically. But ironically, I didn't cry that much during the parade, and when we finished the remote learning, that's when I actually cried a lot. It was just a realization of that was the last time I would technically be seeing my kids, unless they decide to come visit. It just all really hit me, and I made an end of the year slideshow, and that really hit me when I really didn't think it was going to, since it was all virtual. Going back to Monday, I just had some calls to make. I had to call one of my kiddos' moms, and I also had to call America's Best because I heard that they were reopening back up, and I've been using my contacts way longer than they were supposed to be worn, so I've been trying to make an appointment with them and just waiting patiently since this quarantine started to get an appointment with them so that I can get my contacts ordered. So I just used this kind of quarter box, and I used a Once More with Love little munchkin that's holding a phone to show that. Underneath that is where I marked my workouts, and for my workouts this week I used some shoes from Erica G Designs, as well as a workout script that's from Planning World. Next, I was actually watching some YouTube videos where this Asian girl with really dark brown eyes, like mine, was trying on some colored lenses, and they looked really nice on her, so I really wanted to try it. And this day was the day when the package actually came, so I used this contact sticker as well as this little package sticker just to indicate that I got my package that day. And they do look really nice, and I do really love them, and I hope I can get more when I can afford it. Right now, the ones I have, you can use them for up to a month, so I'm really happy with just having a pair to use at the moment. The brand is called Olens. If you want to try it, I can see if there's a referral link. If I do find one, it'll be in the description bar below. If not, then I'm sorry, but definitely check them out if you have dark brown eyes like I do. The brand is OLENS, and they look really nice, and usually I think some YouTubers usually have some discount codes if you want to use theirs instead. I finished off the night with some YouTube binging as well as finishing up the 3rd season of Ozark, so that means I am all caught up with it. I think Ozark, it was pretty okay so far. I think I talked about it before, but it was alright for me. I'm not the greatest fan of what that show was. There were just, I feel like, a lot of loopholes, and I don't want to spoil the show or anything, but it just seemed like the family was let off a lot of times very easily compared to other characters. And I don't know, that didn't make the show very exciting for me, knowing that the family's kind of always safe, I guess. I prefer shows that are more unpredictable and kind of having almost random deaths. It almost like Game of Thrones, I guess, was very exciting for me because things were happening that you were not expecting at all. Moving on to Tuesday, I was able to sleep in that day, so I did put a glitter header as well as a sleep in sticker. On that day, I just marked that I also started wearing my contacts for the very first day, just so I can keep track of how long I've been wearing them, because they're a month long. I don't want to risk going over because sometimes they are a little bit uncomfortable to wear, but I just wanted to be safe in that regard, so I just marked it down that that was the first day I tried them on. This day I also did some laundry, so I looked into my extra stickers book and I found this laundry bin that was blue to match the kit, as well as the laundry script that I got from Planning Roses. I just paired those two together. While I was waiting for my laundry, I was able to fit it in my workout, so I also put that in with the same stickers that I used previously. And during dinner time, I was able to finish Dead to Me, or we were able to start Dead to Me 2, season 2 with me and my fiance. And it's been an interesting season so far. I wouldn't say it's the best. I don't think I was that interested in it in the beginning, the first season anyway, because I'm not a huge fan of the main character. I'm forgetting her name, but I'm not the hugest fan of her. So when I really don't like a character, an actor or actress, that really affects sometimes how I feel about the show. But the premise of the show is very interesting. This first season did have a lot of twists, which was really interesting. The second season's kind of starting off a little bit slow to me, so we'll see how it goes. At the end of the night, I was able to record the YouTube video for last week, so I put that in with a little YouTube sticker. And at the end of the night, I was also able to organize some of my stickers, so I just used this extra organized sticker that I found from my extra stickers book, and I put that on the very bottom since I didn't have space on the rest of the day. On to Tuesday. Since summer break is starting up, I'm kind of trying to see when I should stop putting the sleep-in stickers, but for this week I decided to keep them in since it was the last week of school and some days I didn't sleep in all the time. I was able to sleep in on Wednesday as well, so I put that in with the same way I did previously. I was also able to edit the YouTube video that I did the night before, and I was able to go to Target as well this day, so I marked that with a little quarter box and this Target cart and a Target trip sticker from Piper Paper Company. After I went to Target, I was able to fit in my workout, so I just marked it the same way I did previously. And when my fiance came back from work, we were able to take a nap together out just on the couch. I think this summer brain was getting to the both of us, so we were just super exhausted and we just ended up taking a nap together. At the end of the night was when I would try to finish up my end of year slideshow for my kids, and I was just compiling a bunch of pictures and just putting them into a slideshow so that I could show them the next day. When I was showing my slideshow, I was putting on the song A Million Dreams from The Greatest Showman along with it, and I think that was kind of what triggered more of my tears to come out. I am already a very emotional person, but when you add music into the mix, usually in movies, it really triggers something else in me that usually makes me cry a lot more than I usually do. I don't know if I'll ever be one of those teachers that don't cry at the end of the year. So far I've been working at CPS for probably the last 3 years of my life, and I have always cried at the end of the year just knowing that I won't be able to see the kids. I used to work at a daycare before this, but when I was working at the daycare I was still seeing them around because the daycare usually helped kids up to 6th grade, I believe. So I was able to still see many of my kids after they graduated, because they would still be coming back for the next years for tutoring or just for after school programs. But since most of my kids are in minority groups that are from all over the area, preschool, you don't have to be in the neighborhood. You can live outside, a little bit outside of where you're supposed to be of your neighborhood for you to be joining it. So most of the kids that are in my class won't be coming back in the next year, just because they'll usually be going to their neighborhood school. As you saw, I got ready in the beginning of the morning before I went to the parade, so I just put that in a half box with a little pumpkin paper girl that's getting ready with her makeup. Inside of the day extender, I added first that we had the school parade. That was to say goodbye to our kids. I used this little quarter box to mark that, as well as this balloon that I got from the extra stickers book that I have. That's just red to match with the rest of the kit. After that, I marked that I got home and we were able to do our last live session. I just used a little appointment label and a "Once More with Love" little munchkin that's crying on their knees, because that was kind of me. I was a mess at that live session. So I just marked that there, and then afterwards I was able to fit in a workout, and I was actually drinking some wine right after the live session. So I was actually considering just skipping my workout, but I decided I really didn't want to skip it, and I really wanted to push through and finish it for that day. So I had a wine night where I was able to drink some more wine, but I also was able to fit in my workout. So I just marked it the same way that I did previously with the shoe from Erica G Designs, as well as the script from Planning World. For having a little wine night to myself, I was able to fit in a half box, so I used that, as well as this extra sticker girl. I'm usually not able to use her because she's huge, so instead I was able to fit it in with this spread since she was red to match the kit. So I just used that in the half box to mark the wine night that I had to myself. That night we also went on a grocery run, so I marked that with this little sticker that's provided in the kit, and just to mark that we went to Costco that night. Afterwards I was able to fit in a Starbucks trip as well, so I marked it with this coffee sticker from Planting Roses to mark that. And this night we were able to get takeout. I really wanted Little Caesars, I told him, so we ended up getting Little Caesars that day. I used a little, I'm forgetting their names, I think it's Siomai and Wonton sticker from Wonton in a Million, just to show that we had pizza that night. And I placed that on the top of a little bit of washi strip. And at the end of the night, we started on Jeffrey Epstein, Filthy Rich. We still haven't finished it yet, but so far it's amazing, I guess would be the nicest word to use to describe the documentary. It's very informative, and it's been interesting to see how crazy of a world he was kind of creating, this insane pyramid scheme that nobody knew was going on. And it boggles my mind that it's possible for such cruelty to be existing in this world, but it does. And luckily I'm just trying to finish the series because I heard everybody talking about it. I just used a little thing on the bottom there. It's a little cut off, I'm sorry. And then a little TV that I had from my extra stickers book. Moving on to Friday, I had to go to my America's Best on this day, my appointment that I had, but before that I was able to sleep in a little bit, so I used a little sleep in sticker to mark my appointment for America's Best. I used one of the page flags as well as this little sticker that's showing that I had an eye appointment, and I marked that inside the page flag. After I came back, I was able to fit in a workout, so I marked that as well. When I got back home and then when I was finished with my workout, I was able to clean my kitchen and just do a lot of dishes that were piled up, and kind of organize the pantry and all of that. But I realized that I had a lot of things planned for the rest of Friday, so I added another day extender here before I did so. And then I just put the white box on top of that one just so I could fit more plans. There was already a full box at the top where before the sleep-in, so I didn't want to add another full box there. So instead I just cut off half of this white box of the day extender, as you can see, and I'm just going to place that one on top of the one that's already placed onto the planner. Like I said, I was able to clean my kitchen this day, so I used this extra sticker that I had from, I think it was a sampler from GP Sticker Studio. So I just used that to mark in the little quarter box that I had there. I marked that I did a lot of YouTube binging, and since there was no washi strips, I used this kind of washi on the bottom and just kind of cut some of what I would need, and placed a YouTube binge sticker on top of that. Afterwards, I had some time to myself since my fiance was still at work, so I ended up going on a trip by myself to Starbucks. Since Starbucks was doing some buy one get one free, I was able to take advantage of that, and I was able to get 2 drinks. After that, I came home and I was watching some Dear White People. I watched it before, but I completely forgot about it, so I know that a couple seasons have come out already, and I decided to just rewatch the whole thing since the episode's pretty short and they don't have that many episodes. So I just rewatched starting from season 1 on this day, and I marked that with a little appointment label as well as a little TV from an extra stickers book. Sometimes I like to do the inside of the day extenders first. Sometimes I like to do the top. It really depends. This day I did the inside first. Now I'm switching back to the top. I had a really lazy day where I didn't do a lot of things for the rest of the night, so I just used more of the washi that I was using from the inside and just cut that down again, as well as put this lazy day sticker right on top of it, which is from, I'm pretty sure, a Little Miss Papery extra kit that I had. And on the bottom of that, I wanted to mark that it was Juneteenth this day. So to commemorate that, I kind of just used one of the decor pieces that were a part of this kit. This kit came with a lot of decor pieces that I didn't end up using a lot of, but I'm deciding to save for another day. This I just used a little bouquet of flowers just to mark it, and I just wrote it in with my pen. On to Saturday. It was another day where I had a lot of things going on that I really wanted to remember, so I just added another day extender right at the top. I don't always like to have them close together, so I kind of find places where I think suits best for them. This part, I just added it to the top and used the other half from the one I cut off earlier to place on top of this one. These are a little hard to work with because they are really sticky, but if you kind of touch them onto your palm of your hand or somewhere on your arm before you place it down, you can kind of get some forgiveness that way, but I don't mind it too much. If you pull up from the sticker though, it does get pretty tricky and it does kind of misshape the sticker a lot of the time. To start off the day, I wanted to mark that it was the first day of summer, so I used this little washi strip. I ended up taking this one off because I had a regular red washi strip that I decided to use instead, and I used a little popsicle that was a deco from the kit to mark that it was the first day of summer. I used a Hello Summer script from Rose Colored Days to mark that, and I just placed that right on top of the washi sticker. We were able to sleep in this day, so I just used a little washi strip again, as well as a sleep in sticker to place on top of that. But once I woke up, I was able to fit in my workout, so I used my same shoe and workout script that I was using before to mark that. This day, our friends decided to kind of hang out at one of our friends' house since the world was kind of opening up and we haven't seen each other in a while. We weren't sitting too close to each other or anything like that, but I really missed his dog as well, and he has a huge husky that's only, I think, 6 months old, but she's super huge now, and I really wanted to mark that, so I just used a little half box and I turned it on the other side, as well as I placed this little husky sticker that I got. I bought a lot of the stickers before quarantine because I knew I would be seeing her a lot, and I just I decided to use these husky stickers to mark whenever we go to their place. After that, my fiance and I decided to get some takeout. We didn't stay over there to eat the takeout. We actually went home to eat the takeout together, so we just got it to go. And then afterwards, I actually decided to go out to hang out with my friends at their balcony just because it was one of our friends' birthday that was coming up, so we wanted to celebrate together. I went over there for a little bit just to hang with everyone. So I just marked that later on, as you'll see, with a silver foiled half box, as well as a shot glass that I got from, I believe, Hazel Sticker, as well as this tiramisu sticker that I have from Hazel Sticker 2, I believe. But I wanted to mark that just because I haven't had a lot of desserts outside in a long time, and that was kind of the first day that I had cake. So I really wanted to mark that since I also had a sticker for it. I was able to watch a lot of YouTube this day, so I just filled that out with a little thing, as well as this TV sticker, or this computer sticker, I mean, from the kit that was provided. and I had a lovely chat with one of my friends at the end of the night, so I just added that. Even though it's the same box, I usually don't like that for the spread, but since this was inside of a day extender, I didn't mind it too much, so I just left that as it was. Moving on to Sunday, I was able to sleep in again, but instead of marking it like I always do, I still marked it the same way, but I decided since the two strips next to each other looked very similar, I wanted to add something behind the glitter header, so I actually ended up picking that up and putting some washi behind it before placing that one down. Me and my fiance had a little brunch at home this morning. We've been doing that a lot lately, where we just have materials for brunch, and we just have been spending a lot of our Sundays just making brunch and eating it together at home. Since Watchmen was free, there's a lot of things that are free right now because of the movement that's going on, and we've been trying to take advantage of it as much as we could. Since Watchmen was one of the ones that were free, we decided to start watching it this day, and I really enjoyed the series this week. Not this plan with me, but the week after this one. I'll share a little bit more about how I felt about Watchmen in that spread. Sundays are usually also my days where I binge a lot of YouTube videos, just because a lot of people compile a lot of videos on the last day Sunday to upload them. So I just used a little washi strip and a YouTube binge sticker to mark that into the planner. That day I also had a lovely chat with one of my other friends, and I really wanted to mark that as well, just to remember it in my planner. So I marked it the same way I did before, with this little quarter box, as well as these two Once More With Love munchkins that are chatting on the phone. I actually don't celebrate Father's Day, since I have been living with my single mother for most of my life. But since it is a holiday that most people do celebrate, I decided to mark it with this Father's Day script from Scribble Prints Co. that was written by J. Crew Plans, and I just left it on the bottom of the planner where the washi banner is. This is where I finished filling out my spread with my habit trackers. I just used a medicine from Magic Prints Co., as well as this little face mask or spade kind of sticker from Erica G Designs, as well as the Me Time script from Planning Roses. I decided to cut out the writing portion of the video. I decided to test it out and see how you guys would like it that way. The next scene you guys will see would just be me right now just filling out the foil and just seeing the different spots that it would fit in. There's some foil overlays that I used, as well as some little bits and pieces that I spread throughout the spread as well. Since I have so many of the Simply Watercolor Co. little hearts, I try to find different places in my planner where there are empty spaces, where they can fit in easily, as well as the little kind of corner borders. I try to find half boxes that might also fit with these, just so I can use more of them up, because I am trying to use them just so I can get rid of the stash that I already have. Just to add some more foil to the little shoes, I also add the little bows that I have from Simply Watercolor Co. to each of the shoes that I show for working out. that's all for my spread. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Here's a little Viv wiggle for you guys to show off all the silver foil that's in this kit and all the day extenders that I was able to use. I really loved how this spread turned out. I hope you guys were able to enjoy Juneteenth as well. This week I decided to do some black nails with some pride colors on them. I hope I did them okay. Since it is Juneteenth as well as Pride Month, I wanted to collaborate with them together and kind of combine that into my nails. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!